Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today again with Chris Byers, and we're right at his new cattle barn. It's a wee cover, and tell us about it, Chris.
Well, it's a monoslope wheat cover. I guess what else do you want to know about it? It's a little bit of a unicorn. You don't see monoslopes in this part of the world, but
there's none.
No, there isn't.
It's the first one in Ontario, isn't it? The wheat cover head, I think.
I don't know. Down here, yeah, wheat cover for sure.
Yeah, it's their first one.
So, you see lots of these in the Midwest and
in the U.S. It's all monoslope in the U.S.
100%.
If you go on YouTube, that's all they have.
Yeah. Yeah, Iowa's full of them. And
well, we'll take a walk down here. I see you've grooved the floor.
yes, we're gonna put a handling facility in here.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
Like a double alley, and then our chute will be up there. Our squeeze, I mean. Then we groove down here where we're going to be sorting and loading out here. Here's our load out.
Well, the cattle shouldn't get out through these walls, will they?
No.
They won't push her over.
They shouldn't anyway.
And they're not going to bust the floor. Wow, you got some mean gates.
Yeah.
These are nice.
Mike Stewart welding. He's over at Newberry.
Adjustable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're not going through these gates. We're worried that they might be a little too heavy, but I think with the way we've got that adjustment on there and hanging them on that pipe, they should be okay.
Yeah. Nice manger. It's clean.
Yeah.
They must have cleaned the feed. Oh, you haven't got any cattle in here.
No cattle in here.
So one drinker does 2 pens.
Yeah, this was a split pen for processing. When we process, we can run the cattle in this pen and process into this one. So that's why this is a split pen. So got a cooler here for now until the cattle move in.
Oh. Pepsi.
Yeah.
Pepsi. This thing is high.
I think it's 30 feet. So I guess the idea is, well, with this height, when the sun's in the northern hemisphere, you have the shade of the roof. When it's in the southern hemisphere, you've got the sun shining in.
To warm it up.
Yeah, this building's 70 feet. Any longer or any wider, maybe the sun wouldn't penetrate the back as well. I've heard guys they're making them even narrower. But with 70, it should hit the back, the pen. So. And then you've got all the air. You've got like a bit of a chimney effect in this building. The warm air rises.
So how are you going to clean this out with a skid steer?
Yeah, and I don't know the way. There's a few of these barns with this is called a migrating pack.
You keep bed in the back, and the manure comes to the front.
Sliding it.
So really, all you have to do is scrape the alleyway.
Yes, and I don't know. There's been a few guys up north. They're using this, and it's working well for them. I guess there's not much of a pack at the back. It just keeps sliding ahead. So I'm hoping it kind of makes life easier.
Well, for sure, this is where most of your manure is.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Because they stand and eat. And
yeah. Yeah. And we bought a straw blower.
Oh, you can come in and blow the bedding.
Yeah. So I guess the idea is one guy comes in here. You lock all your cattle back. You scrape your manure out. Come in with a straw blower. Blow the straw in. Open the gates up
And they say once you've done it a couple times, the cattle, they don't even pay attention to that straw being blown in there.
See videos of them.
Yeah.
Some of them, they're right up their pond,
Yeah, get right in it.
We're a little leery, but I guess everybody's doing it here now, and I guess you're getting away with it.
And you're going to put turkey curtain on the back?
Yes.
In the winter, for the winter?
Yeah. So we talked to a guy in Michigan there. He said you'll curse this a couple times out of the year. You'll get them southern Gulf storm was coming up here, but other than that, he thought we'd like it.
Other than the wind blowing rain in, like if the rain comes straight down, it's almost going to stay out of your manger anyway.
Yeah. I don't know, we've had a couple big storms here so far, and that rain doesn't seem to get past. Like it might blow in this scrape a little, but not too bad.
And you'll be able to clean this easy.
Yes. So
Well, let's go have a look at the cattle you got in here. Yeah. These cattle have been on the channel before. They were down. These were mixed. These were mixed from the west, right?
Yeah. We sorted them out for.
If anybody's watched the last video we did with Chris, these cattle were in the last feed lot that we visited, and my golly, have they come a long ways.
Yes, they have.
These were just calves when I was here, and when was that? That was cold though.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
It was one of the coldest stretches, I think, of the winter.
They look happy. Well, that's good. I think what I'm going to do, Chris, I'm going to come back when you've got all the cattle in.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes.
Sounds good.
And,
anytime.
That's great. I'm glad you could take the time and show me through this. This is really good.
No problem.
Well, I'm back again to Oil Springs with Chris. How are you, Chris?
Good. How are you, Dennis?
Everybody will remember Chris. And I've got editor Cameron with me today. How are you, Cameron?
Good.
Anyway, these are those black and white calves that we saw last winter, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a little bigger now. But
they have done amazing.
yes, they have. Pretty small when they come, and they're doing well.
And you, when you moved them down here, you weighed them?
Yeah, we did. They were, I believe they're 930 pounds. So we got them in. I think they're right around 350. So
yeah, 340, 350.
Yeah, so I don't know. We figured it out. They're doing about 3.2 pounds per day. And they obviously wouldn't have been doing that in the transition month when they first come, because we were just getting their stomachs going and feeding them hay.
And it was pretty cold that first month.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you just come on extreme days. It's hot.
It's going to be hot this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels hot right now.
And then down to the other end, you've got those calves that we saw from the west.
Yeah.
And you said you were going to sort them, which you've done.
Yeah, we took out all the Charolais cattle and moved them into a different barn, and kept all the British cross cattle together.
Well, these black and white sure look good.
Yeah, they're kind of shining up. I guess the idea is you're taking kind of plainer cattle and making them good cattle with lots of good groceries, lots of good feed. So you can tell they're narrow cattle to begin with, and they're just shining up. They're slick, aren't they, Dennis?
Yeah, they're good.
So
there's one in here I thought, is there any Belgian? There was one I thought looked like a Belgian blue. Was there?
Yeah, there's a couple cross.
I thought there was.
In there, so.
Oh, these look a lot different.
These were, I think they're 11. They were 11 something, just around 1100. So.
And these calves come from Alberta?
They're Brooks, Alberta. Yeah. Yeah, no, everybody's doing well. This barn seems to be working well. We've got we talked about it earlier in that other video where you came. We've got the 17 inches of slope from the back to the front to the scrape alley, and that manure seems to be working well. It's sliding down, so every 3 days Mason and I come in here and we scrape them out. And,
So it's kind of twice a week job.
yeah, about twice a week. Twice a week. So.
And now have you got a wheat field close?
Yeah, just on the other side of that bush.
So you can spread it.
Yep. Yep. No, we'll hook on the spreader and
Make
hopefully
it
next week here.
make
we'll
it disappear.
Yeah. So. I don't know. It seems to be fairly cool in this barn. I think it's hot everywhere. It's going to be hot everywhere today, but
Well, when it's 90 degrees out, you're not going to make it 60 in there.
no. So, I don't know. I had that party here, and I know you were here, and it was kind of cool that day. Wasn't it inside?
It was perfect.
Hot outside, but,
What Chris had was a bit of an open house for neighbors and friends and whatnot, and I thought I didn't know whether it was quite right, but these cattle were down at this end of the barn, and we were having beef on a bun, and I don't know. I don't think any of the cattle complained. I know I didn't. That beef was beautiful.
they stayed right up with us till 1 in the morning. So.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. No, they were all right. No complaints. So.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. That was a nice little party.
It was a good day. So. Anyways, I'm pretty happy with the barn. Yeah, so everything seems to be working the way it should.
Well, that's nice that the manure moves to the front.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess Cameron will put it in. You've got this blower. We should go down and have a look at this. This is how he's bedding these cattle, and it's a learning curve too.
Yeah, this is. We're kind of green on it.
You've only used it a couple of times.
Yeah, I think 4 times, 5 times. So
you'll get on to this. It's sure a lot better than going in with the cattle.
Yeah, we think the manure will be more consistent, and instead of just shaking the bale off, you won't get gobs. It should help that manure slide down a little better, all chopped up. And I don't know. There's guys that are saying that they're 3/4 of their straw. They're saving a quarter straw.
Oh, you use less.
That's what the claim is. So. We'll see. But yeah,
so this thing grinds it up, blows it, and you can adjust where it goes.
Yes, yeah. It's just it's got the blower on the front here, and you can kind of shoot it all over. Now this thing is supposed to blow 90 feet. I don't know.
Maybe if the wind is blowing that way.
Yeah, I wonder. We really have to kind of project it out. But it's hitting the back of the pen.
And I couldn't believe how the cattle just stood there.
The first couple times they were a little bit leery.
I'll bet after a month they won't even move. They'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, it seemed like they are now.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. We didn't know about blowing it on the cattle, but I don't know. They don't mind it now. So it's working well too. So.
And the manger's nice.
Yes.
Poured in place.
Concrete guys did a good job on the manger here. You look down there, it's straight as a string. So.
Yeah. The other thing is these gates, Chris. I can't believe how nice these gates are.
Really good gates. Mike Stewart, he's over by Newberry, did these gates. They're all custom gates. He's doing a handling facility kind of for me at the other end of the barn. He does a really good job. He's a one-man show.
And these gates will swing and then hook onto that other post?
Yeah, they're all spring loaded in there. They'll go back, so gives us some flexibility in sorting, and as you've seen, we lock all the cattle back.
And it's slick.
Yeah,
no dragging a gate.
They're solid too. These things should last the test of time.
Yeah, even these front bars are heavy duty. Well, that's good. Well, Chris, I don't know what else there is. What do you think? Would you do it again?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe this cattle market gets a little bit.
Oh.
I don't know. We had to do something. We were feeding kind of some old barns, so.
One thing this will do, cut your labor down.
Yeah, we think it will. It should. So. No, I think this monoslope idea will work here too. We're kind of in the sunny south down here. Aren't we,
Yeah,
compared to
I don't know about in the North Country, but down here, I think it's the cats.
so.
How'd you make out with rain in the manger?
If you get a driving rain from the south, we get some of the manger. But like last night, we got 6 tenths, and this was dry. So
Oh well, that's nothing.
no problem.
Well, that's good.
Everything, yeah. No, quite happy with everything. We cover's got a good guy down there by the name of Brian.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's a pretty good fella putting these barns together. So,
Well, if they just call him, he'll maybe look after him.
pardon? What's
If
that?
somebody else wants a barn,
Yeah, Brian's the guy to call.
give him a call.
Yes, he is. So he'll fix you up for sure.
He'd be happy to.
Yeah, take him to a few barns, and he sees. I don't know. It seems like anybody that's building a cattle barn in Ontario is building a wheat cover, and he's the guy that sold it. He's just kind of knowledgeable. And
Well, the other thing, they're not the cheapest barn out there,
no, they're not.
but you know, I think they're the best.
Kind of the Cadillac, anyways.
Yeah. Well, you're driving a green tractor.
There's another Cadillac, aren't there?
Yep.
Huh?
I think they're good. I don't know.
This old girl, I don't know how many hours she's got on it, but
They
she's
just
an old workhorse.
they just keep running.
Yeah, they do, don't they? So,
Anyway, well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for the tour. I've been up here 2 or 3 times.
yeah, well, it's always nice to see you.
Yeah, it's always fun to come.
Come back again.
And want to thank you for viewing this video. You got anything else, Cameron?
Oh, it's good.
And if there's any problems with the editing, Cameron is the man to complain to, not me. Right, Cameron?
Yeah.
Anyway, give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed, now would be a good time to subscribe. The other thing that I would ask is drop us a comment. It's all those comments that kind of stir us on to film another video. Like some days it's hard to get motivated, isn't it, Cameron? I know Cameron sometimes thinks, hey, we got to do another video. Saturday seems to come around pretty quick. Anyway, thanks for viewing. We'll catch you on the next one.